All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive. Love to explore the bleeding edge here. And today's bleeding edge is a pretty fascinating one. We're going to be diving into the world of engineering education and how some pretty cool tech is shaking things up.
Yeah, I mean, you don't always think of higher education and, cutting edge tech going hand in hand, but this is a story that really shows how these two worlds can come together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to be looking at a press release announcing a partnership, a pretty exciting one, actually,
Yeah.
between Braude College of Engineering over in Israel and EON Reality. Now, you might have heard of EON Reality. They're doing some seriously cool stuff with virtual reality and augmented reality, and those educational tools they're making are wild.
Definitely wild. I mean, I've had a chance to look at some of the stuff EON Reality's putting out, and it's really impressive.
Absolutely. And I think the mission for us today is to really unpack this partnership,
Hmm.
figure out why everybody's so excited about it, what it could mean for students, and really just take a deep dive into how this is going to shape the future of engineering education.
Sounds good to me.
So first things first, let's talk about Broad College. They've got this reputation for, you know, being really focused on accessibility in higher education,
Oh,
especially in those STEM fields, right?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, engineering and science, it can be pretty intimidating fields to break into.
Oh, yeah.
But Broad College, they're making a real effort to make things more open and welcoming. And one thing that really jumped out at me is their study abroad program. It's taught completely in English.
Wow, that's pretty unique.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of colleges are doing that.
No, they're not. And I think it's a really smart move on their part. It opens up their doors to students from all over the globe, and that just creates this really cool, diverse learning environment for everyone.
That's a really great point. And, it's not just about attracting students, right? It's
Mhm.
about giving them the skills they need to thrive in the real world, that engineering job market.
Yeah.
It's competitive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's constantly evolving.
Right. So let's talk about the other half of this equation,
Hmm.
Eon and reality.
Okay.
Now, these guys are like the rock stars of the extended reality world.
Hmm.
You know, that's XR, for those who don't know, which includes like VR and AR, and they're using AI to create these crazy immersive learning experiences.
Yeah, their platform is really something else. They can simulate all sorts of real-world engineering scenarios. Like, imagine you're a student, you're designing a bridge, right?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you're not just drawing it on paper, you're building it in a virtual environment. You can test its structural integrity, see how it holds up under stress, and you see the consequences of your design choices in real time. It's incredible.
I mean, that blows like traditional textbooks and lectures right out of the water.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, talk about engaging.
Hmm.
But it's not all about the hardcore technical stuff. What about those soft skills? Like communication, leadership, teamwork. These are so important for engineers.
Yeah, if you can't communicate your ideas or work effectively in a team, those technical skills aren't going to get you very far.
Exactly. And that's where things get really interesting with EON Reality. They've got this AI avatar system. And Dr. Neeraj Gavish, the head of industrial engineering and management at Broad, she's been like a pioneer in using this system for training.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So tell me, what do these AI avatars do? Like, how do they work in a training environment?
Well, you can program them to react to students' actions and
Oh,
decisions.
that's cool.
So it creates these dynamic scenarios where students have to really think on their feet. They have to practice communication, leadership, problem solving, all in real time with these virtual avatars responding to their every move.
So it's like they're thrown into these hyper-realistic simulations where they're not just learning the technical stuff, they're also honing those crucial interpersonal skills.
Precisely. Dr. Gavish talks about how this kind of immersive training helps students build confidence and adaptability. And those are such essential traits for engineers who are going to be facing all sorts of complex challenges in their careers.
Okay, so we've got Broad College, right? They're really committed to accessibility, making engineering education more open and inclusive. And then we've got EON Reality, bringing these incredible cutting-edge learning tools to the table. It's a fantastic partnership. But what about the bigger picture?
Right.
This press release keeps mentioning the democratization of knowledge, and I think that's something really important to unpack.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dan Lajerskar, the chairman of EON Reality, he's a big proponent of this idea. Basically, it's about making these powerful educational tools accessible to everyone, no matter where they live, what their background is.
So you're talking about students in rural communities, students who might not have the resources to attend a traditional university, right?
Exactly. Imagine giving them the same opportunities to experience this immersive, interactive learning as students in those big, fancy institutions.
It's really leveling the playing field, right? Opening up a whole new world of possibilities for aspiring engineers from all walks of life.
I think that's the real power of this partnership. It's got this potential to empower a whole new generation of engineers, and not just in Israel, but globally.
That's a pretty powerful vision.
Yeah.
But I do have to ask, implementing technology on this scale, it's not always a walk in the park.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges you see? Potential roadblocks they might run into.
Well, first and foremost, you've got the digital divide,
Right.
making sure everyone has access to the technology itself. I mean, it's great to have these amazing tools, but if students can't even get online, you know, it's a moot point. And then you've also got the challenge of teacher training and support, getting educators comfortable with incorporating these tools into their curriculum. It's a shift in thinking.
A big shift. But it sounds like this partnership is really trying to address those challenges head on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're all about collaboration, knowledge sharing. They're working to develop sustainable educational models. They're thinking long term.
So let's do a quick recap. We've got Broad College pushing the boundaries of accessibility, EON Reality bringing those mind-blowing learning tools to the game, and this shared vision of empowering future engineers, giving them the skills they need to succeed in a rapidly changing world.
Sounds about right.
It's an exciting time to be in the world of engineering education.
Mm.
But it leaves me with a question, and I think this is something for everyone listening to really ponder. With AI and XR becoming so integrated into education, what other skills are going to become essential for students to thrive in the future? It's definitely food for thought.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time for another fascinating exploration of all things cutting edge.
Until next time.
See ya.